While my sisters are downtown doing some recording for their audiobook, I'm going to spend some time with a few of my little brothers.
Hey, Josh.
So recently, some of us kids got together and we kind of brainstormed and got together an idea to kind of have a dinner theater for my mom and dad. And just before things start changing, sisters get married, just one last effort for my mom and dad just to show our love for them.
So you mean like you're going to do a skit or something like that? They're like, no, we want to do a video and we want to make this something that my parents will love.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Tuesday, November 9th, and we have some things to talk about, which include Josh Duggar. Yesterday, we talked about Jim Bob's race for Senate, and I just want to let you know that he has an opponent. So I wasn't even going to do a separate video about this, but since I did a video about it yesterday, you guys should know that he's got this opponent. His name is Stephen Unger. And he is apparently a 31-year retired Navy chaplain, and he has a conservative background. He is a Christian, and he has a lot of years of service in the military. And apparently, I've talked to someone who says that he's a really nice guy. He doesn't have the baggage that Jim Bob has, and because of that, he would likely split the vote. And so the devotees that are obsessed with Jim Bob, yes, he still has a cult following, they would vote for him, but he might split the rest of the people that, you know, aren't going to want to deal with the baggage that is Josh Duggar. Know what I'm saying? So go vote for Stephen Unger. I don't even know anything about him, so I don't endorse him. I'm just kidding. That was sarcasm. Anyways, he has a running mate, or someone to run, and the primary is in December. Okay, so on to Josh Duggar. I told you, I don't even know, maybe a month ago that he was working at Jed's car lot. And I also told you that he was seen sort of like walking around, pacing the car lot and doing some stuff and things. Well, you know, he's been working there while he's on house arrest, but then before he was actually arrested, he was working at Jed's car lot as well, because his car lot got shut down because he was allegedly downloading creepy things. You know, it always surprised me, like, if Josh wasn't doing anything wrong, why did he shut down his amazing car lot that he was selling so many cars at? It was something that I never understood. But anyways, Josh was apparently selling cars at this car lot. And this actually comes from The Sun, but I actually think I have some information to add to this that is sort of a nuanced aspect of, I think this is, I have an idea of where Josh gets this this tactic from, because I've talked to a lot of people that live in this area about their car lots, and let's just say that they're not really known for being the most honest. So this is what they say. Before Josh was actually arrested this April, he was working at Jed's lot. And so this guy named Steve bought a car from them in April of 2020. So Steve says this: Josh was the primary salesman showing us features and how to use it and deciding the price. Jed initially introduced himself as the owner, but every vehicle we asked about, he had to go to Josh to ask information and what best price was they could do. Isn't that funny? Jed would have to defer to his older brother. Is he under his brother's authority? And anyways, they went to go look at an RV, and apparently they said that they misrepresented the RV. So he said, we were told it was good and needed a few small fixes. Well, as soon as we got home, it rained. We found the roof was poorly repaired with plastic and was leaking. Water lines were bad. The hot water heater was broken. I asked them to test the water system, but they said they didn't have a water hose to hook up. They said there was a recent oil change, but when I changed the oil, it was black and sludgy. The filter was so old. Okay, so they sell lemons. This is what I was told they do. Now, I'm going to continue on to tell you about this, but this sounds like a lemon, right? So you go to a car lot and the car salesman says, oh, it's a great car, everything's fine, everything's great. So here I was told by someone that knows the Duggars. This car lot is a car lot where they pick up cars that are like at their last legs of life. And some of them have gone through serious car accidents and they've been totaled by insurance, allegedly. And then what they do is they repair the lemons and then they turn around and sell these. I was also told that because of the car lot and the car conditions and the fact that they have a reputation for not selling the best cars, that they don't sell a lot of cars from this lot. That was what I was told. So this actually makes sense because it sounds like they were sold a lemon. So it says they told us the AC had been repaired, but when we finally found old papers hidden in a cabinet in the RV, there was an invoice showing the AC system was dead, needing significant repairs, tons of other suspension and other issues. They said that the RV eventually repaired by him, he repaired it at a significant cost. He said, it's sad. They try to charm you and they say they are great at repairs and they've maintained their vehicles, but you come to find out it was all lies to make a quick buck. I wouldn't ever consider buying from this family again, but hey, it's a learning lesson. So selling used cars that aren't being honest. Now, in fairness, they learned this and came by this honestly because their grandfather, he got in trouble with the attorney general and actually spent time in jail for his fraudulent scheme of selling co-signed cars where he wasn't honest with the people that he got them from and he didn't give them the full amount of money. And he also had some title issues that landed him in jail for like a couple months. So apparently being honest at the car lot is just a generational Duggar specialty, allegedly. So another person that the son spoke to says that she had a horrible experience, and her name was Ashley Thompson. So she said, I literally drove hours out of my way to look and purchase a vehicle. The guy never showed up and never responded to me again. He had the nerve a week later to tell me to drive hours again to see another vehicle. There were others who had some of the same experiences with them, and I don't have anything to hide. He knows he was doing people wrong, no morals, or respect for others, and that's no way to run a business or establishment. So she drives all the way there, and once she gets there, not honest with her, and he is basically a lying person. So drives hours, he's not there, he's not responding, goes back, and he lies to her. So obviously Champion Motor Cars also has terrible reviews on Google. Someone wrote this: terrible communication, sometimes took 24 hours to respond to a text, sometimes it wouldn't respond at all. I talked to him on the phone several times, verifying that a car was still available and made sure he was aware that we were going to get a check from the bank and coming to see the car in the morning. And he told me on the phone that he would make sure the car was ready, and then texted me at 11:45 p.m. The night before and told me that they sold the car. And then there's a Facebook review that says, be honest, we just bought a 2013 Focus less than a week ago for $5,500 and it's already broken down and has two issues. Y'all had to have known it had serious issues. I'm crushed. So, all right. People aren't honest at the used car lot. Shocking. And this is actually something I have been withholding from you guys. I didn't really, not really like withholding. It was just like, I didn't know like in what kind of video to even bring this up. Like it wasn't even worthy of like a separate video because I was like, well, it's just an anecdote. So I've had a chance to speak to quite a few people that are around the Duggars. And someone was telling me the story about how years ago, they actually got a car and they had made this from the Duggars. And apparently they were told the car was in like great condition. They had gotten the car after their other one had broken down. They were in desperate need of something and they got a really good deal from Jim Bob and were led to believe that it was totally safe to take their kids around and, drive their family in. And then after driving it for several months, come to find out they spoke to, a mechanic who took a look at the car, and the entire front end had been like totaled and repaired and wasn't safe to drive. And so the mechanic was like, if you get into an accident, you could actually get really hurt by driving this car. So I wouldn't drive this car. So they ended up having to get rid of the car based on the recommendation from the mechanic because it had been totaled and it wasn't safely repaired, and it was totaled for a reason. I've talked to other people that have had similar situations where they've bought cars from them, and then again, they come to find out that there's a major mechanical issue, or, you know, it works for a couple days and then it completely breaks down. And they said that they go to these auctions and they get these cars that are basically totaled off of the auctions. So these are cars that have gone zillions of miles or have had serious accidents, and then they believe, you know, in making something look better. So they love to fix up houses, and they have this like motto of taking something broken and making it beautiful again. Well, when it comes to the cars, it sounds like what they're doing, according to these customers and the person I spoke to, they're just sort of painting it and making it look good, but not necessarily taking the steps to repair the cars. So Josh being dishonest at the car lot is not shocking to me. It's like, isn't that like a stereotype for used car salesmen? And Jim Bob also, I was told, was not honest with some customers, and then knowing that his father was also not honest with some customers. Isn't this like the opposite of what you're supposed to do when you are in the world of Christianity? Isn't it supposed to be honesty? Aren't you supposed to be honest with the people? Aren't you supposed to tell no lies and bear no false witness? Isn't it actually bearing false witness to sell a car on the pretense that it's completely and totally, safe, and then you find out that it's not, or that it's completely fixed and it's not? So it's okay to lie as long as you make money, maybe, allegedly. It doesn't surprise me that Josh would lie about cars, because it seems like Josh just has a hard time really telling the truth about anything. And if I'm being completely honest, a lot of the Duggars have a very difficult time with the truth. And I have to say that it's likely because they've all learned to lie either through, watching Jim Bob, or maybe Jim Bob learned from his mom. But every single person I talk to that knows the Duggars, it's all the same. They're liars. They talk, they lie. And they lie about things that are even just like innocuous and that you shouldn't even lie about. I don't know why the need to lie. It's completely anti-Christian, and it's so not biblical, and it's just so not like what they espouse. So Josh having this at the car lot, I wonder if he had to shut the car lot down, or if maybe Daddy made him shut the car lot down and forced him to go with Jed so that Jed could watch him. But then if Jed was running that car lot, the champion, why would then Josh need to be the go-to for all the things with the car? Was Jed so inept with selling cars? Because the person I talked to said that the entire time that Jed worked there, I could only think of Jed selling like a few cars. So was Josh brought in to move the cars and he could move them by lying? Anyways, the Duggars are not the honest salespeople they claim to be. Word on the curb. All right, so that's the scoop today. No news is good news in the court, and I'll have probably some more updates on that in the coming days. But for now, what are your thoughts? Do you believe it? Do you not believe it? Do you believe it like, oh, everyone's mad at the Duggars? And in fairness, the Sun did reach out to them and they did not comment. And I'm sure they would say that they have plenty of satisfied customers, and maybe these were just like the one-offs. You know what I mean? Like every dealership has a few bad deals. Maybe that would be their excuse, but these are a couple people that are saying no. If you've bought a car from them, let me know in the comments below. Bye, guys.